Goodness gracious. Started a new one. I got nerfed. I got nerfed midstream. You really hate to see it happen. Oh man. Hold on a second. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Browser shoulders. Bruh. What the hell? What that happened? Opera actually killing my computer? Here we go again. Yep. I don't know what just happened. My PC like froze as I was talking, and I heard it was going. I looked up and everything was frozen. I might have malware on my computer. In fact, I have a feeling I have malware on my computer somewhere. I need to do like a virus scan or something. WotC did it. Yeah. Let me look at Task Manager real quick. Usually that type of crash it was like a RAM related crash, so I don't know why that just happened. Very, very strange. Now everybody left. I'm gonna have to wait till everybody comes back. Thankfully the website saves your progress, so I didn't lose all that progress I just made, which is reminding me I'm going to save this just in case. Is this even saving? Yes, allow. Now it's very quiet in here also. I'm not a fan of how quiet it is. Have you seen Pointy Hat's Battlefield Actions? I have not seen Pointy Hat's Battlefield Actions. Oh my god, man. What the hell's going on? Where's my stream? I need to repost the freaking link. Holy crap. Now I'm gonna have double streams. Oh, that just looks so bad. Christ. Hold on. I gotta go to my thing here. I gotta repost this. We're gonna change this. Stream. We're gonna do stream crashed. Stream crashed. Here's the new one. Oh my god, man. It's so quiet. I don't like how quiet. It's very interesting. I recommend you watch it. It gives great dynamic for a boss fight. Look out, Anthony. The Pinkertons are coming. They might actually be coming after me for talking so much shit. Actually unbearable. I didn't even have... Usually that happens if I have like too many things going at once, but I don't know how that just happened. And that was a RAM related crash. My memory my memory shat the bed there. That happens once every blue moon for some reason. Watsy, I hope you find poo-poo in your tacos. Omega lol. Restarted. Good lord, that just killed so much momentum. Where is my... I need music. Oh my god. You know what, we're just gonna go with the classic. Just gonna go with the classic playlist here. There we go. Oh my god. My mouse has been like turning invisible lately too. I'm pretty sure I have malware. I must have downloaded something that was like really not good. It probably happened when I was downloading older versions of CapCut. I must have downloaded some sort of Trojan. I have a gaming PC that I built myself. It's pretty good. I haven't had very many problems with it. I think I have a virus somewhere. It's just not coming up whenever I use Windows Defender Scanner. I need to download some like free antivirus scanners. Oops. Okay. That just like took me out of my mojo, man. Is it just me, or are two songs playing? Are there two songs playing? What if I mute that? Media so oh, I know why it was doing that. That's my bad. What is that? Hold on. It screwed up because it restarted my stream, so it was playing the music. You shouldn't be able to hear two music. Double music now. Hopefully. I don't know. Stream actually dead now. You really hate to see it happen. Alright, I need to make this slightly bigger because I cannot see. Oh my goodness. I just want it like that. Okay, what does that look like? It's good for me. Wow, welcome back, Say. I thought that was going to be the end. I was never going to see you again. Oh my god, my layout's all screwed up now. For the love of God, man. Where's my application? Browser source, web page. That's what I need. I need to move you over. Okay, can you guys see everything? Yes. Yes. Okay, we're okay. I come and go, LOL. Lamau. Okay. Now back to what I was saying here. So anyways, Wizards of the Coast is trash. That was the crux of my argument. Now if my computer crashes again, we're probably just not streaming tonight. Because it's just not meant to be. Okay, I'm taking out magic weapons. It's Watsy. Yeah, they don't like me. They called the YouTube CEO and they said It's not Susan anymore, I don't think. He said, hey man. Nah, they won't do it twice. What does it say? Nah, they won't do it twice. We prove they're the ones behind it. I goofed. Alright, we'll put this up here. Everything on my second monitor. I might as well have Task Manager open just in case. Monitoring my memory usage here, just to see if anything happens. Downloading too much furry hentai on my computer. It's killing my computer. Okay. Now, what I was saying before my computer crashed was I brought up something on screen. I don't know if you guys seen it or not. Alright, let's try this again. Let's hope this doesn't crash again. I brought up Finger of Death. And what I was saying was, Finger of Death has a flat, just a flat plus 30. So at minimum, it does 37 damage. Okay? That's on the low end. Normally, it would only do 7 because you have 78s. Now, are you going to roll 7 1s on 78s? Probably not. But what I was saying was, I did this with my Necromancer. Instead of just giving his, his high-level spells like, oh, it does 30 d6 damage. Nobody really wants to roll 30 d6s. So what I like to do is, I kind of like to do that for stuff like this. Now, this bolt attack is very, it's really, I mean, it doesn't really do anything. All it is just like any one type of damage, but it really doesn't do anything other than that. Now, I could go crazy and say, like, if you choose acid, it does this. If you choose cold, it does this. But I don't want to do all that, because that's going to be too much. That's going to take up too much space. So this goes off of Charisma. Bolt. Nobody wants to roll 30 d6s. Speak for yourself. That would be rad. It takes so long to, like, calculate all of them, though. I'd rather roll, like, 6 d6s and then add, like, 50 onto it or something. I think that would be pretty cool. I'm trying to think what I want to do with this bolt. If I want to just, because I'm probably going to give him more spells, so I might just call this bolt like just one of his cantrips. Oh, definitely. I only just get out of here. Get this guy out of here. He's trolling me. Okay. What do I want to do, man? I guess custom spells. Cantrips. We'll do at will. Maybe. I think. I need an invisible character. Alright. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. I'm opening up all these other web pages. Am not in the mood for crashing. Alright. This will be... My brain's not working. I need to look at one of my spellcasters. This is why whenever you make something good once, you have it forever, and it's actually really good because you can always reference it later. Okay. So... yeah, it's just the name of the spell. Alright, so I would like to not just call this a bolt. Although... gods sounds kind of cool. It just does a flat 600 feet. So I like that. We're gonna have to go ahead and throw one of these in here. Throw one of these in here. Now this would be a good stream for Caleb to pay attention to me making a character from scratch here. Alright, so we're gonna end it right there. Everything else we're just gonna take out. Yeah. And this does 7d6, huh? That just feels kind of... Hey Anthony, how's it going? What is up, Odin's Key Gaming? I don't know if this is Zarek or Zarek's partner in crime. What was that? I wasn't listening. Well, you better open your ear holes because I'm imparting knowledge onto you. It's Zarek. What's up, Zarek? How you doing, man? As my stream just crashed, so you're catching me on stream part 2 here. Working on a D&D stat block live. I guess I have to put my money where my mouth is here. I think yeah, I saw we had the same thing happen on our Q&A last week. Yeah, I think my whole computer crashed. So I think it was something. I think I have a Trojan somewhere on my computer, and it's just subtle enough that like I forget to look for it whenever I'm not doing anything important, and then something like that'll happen and it'll remind me I need to like scan for viruses on my computer. Yo, what's up, Sock, aka DM Dungeon Mastery? YouTube is weird that you can't continue the stream. Yeah, I thought you could, and then I went and seen it and I was like, oh great, now it's gonna look shitty because I have to do 2 separate streams. Okay, dare I bring up that thing that I just had on screen and hope that my computer doesn't crash again, because I really need that up for this. Okay, this was page 284, right? Okay, let's try this again. Let's put this on screen. Let's hope it doesn't crash. Right here is what I'm going to be referencing for the damage types for this. Oh my god, August is here too. Holy cow. This is the whole gang's here today. My voice is probably peaking like crazy. I probably sound like an early 2000s ear rape video. The gang's all here. Got all the boys in the chat. How dangerous do we want to make this attack? That's the question. Sounds good to me, but isn't that aesthetic? I suppose it would be. If I was peeking, Art Empyreans like the children of gods. Yes, that's exactly what they are. I'm looking at the stat block and I was roasting it for like the past hour, and then my PC crashed, so it's like WotC crashed my stream because they were getting mad that I was roasting the stat block. I was making points about how anything that is that the August, like the one I know? That is the one that you know. He's on mobile. What are you, at work still? It's like 11 p.m. Hey yo, August. He might be. I might be having him capitulate and become my minion here shortly. Because I need somebody that knows how to work with home brewery. Because I don't want to have to try to learn home brewery and Markdown, so I'd rather just pay August to do that, so I can actually upgrade my my content creation, and then we just become a team. That is so weird. You can see the lines on my camera because I have the sharpness setting on so you can see me better. Okay. Alright, let me figure out how much damage I want this to do. What's 7? What is 6 times 7? I could just do it on my calculator, but I'd rather have you guys do the math for me. Ha ha ha! DMTTRPG merger. Yeah, it's a confederation between our two 42. I feel like I should have this do 7d6 plus 42 damage. I feel like that's like more in line with what I need. Oh, I screwed up. Okay. 600. Oh my god, what did I do? Brother. Okay, hold on. That will add this. Okay, now invisible thing, or to call this like, I feel like an Empyrean should definitely have frightful presence, or maybe some sort of magical presence that can disorient mortals. Yeah, man, congrats on the backer kit launch, dude. Flying high, dude. Did we hit 20k yet? I'm rooting for you. Oh man, it's been pretty amazing. Yeah, you're gonna be the next Kelsey Dion here shortly. I need to Zarek, if you give, I was thinking about this while I was driving around today, if you give me some way to like I don't want to say give me Indominate for free, but if you give me some way that like I could review the game or like somehow make content for it, like a combat video, I would do some stuff like that too, if you wanted me to. And then that's like the whole video is a plug, and I might actually be able to get people to convinced to back the game. I just have to learn how combat works in your game. That's the only thing I need to figure out, because I have no idea how the game runs. I have to play it still. Okay, hold on. Bolt. I kind of want to call this Wrath of the Gods. Wrath of the Heavens, because he's not a god. The Heavens. We gotta play sometime this week. Yeah, man. I'll play. I should think of a, well, actually, I don't know if you, whoops, I just did that full screen on accident. Unless you're doing like a pre-gen thing. I don't know how you want to do like character creation or not. I have stuff for a video on the game, but as I've been on a hiatus, I'm far behind. Sock D&D, he's one of the homies, as we would say in the business. Hold on, where's my freaking thing here? Can I play as what's his name? Not Indominate himself, what's his name? Indominus. Can I play as Indominus? I was gonna call him Indomitable. We did roll for banter episode with him as well. Yeah, we did do that with Sock. R.I.P. Roll for Banter. August killed the show. He stopped wanting to do it. He told me he stopped wanting to do it, and he stopped recording. He's one of the pre-gen characters. Okay, that's who I want to play as if I play. He's the dude in the artwork that in all the plugs that's like fighting the guy with the skull face. He's pretty cool. I want to say, yes, citizen! And I want to thunderclap some guy's head and make it explode. Not really. I don't have to do that. So you want to punch stuff real hard. I feel you there. Yeah. Yeah, August says... August said he hates me, so that's why he won't drop the episode. Not that I got hit with $6,000 in medical and car repair bills at Christmas or anything. Indominus isn't an explode heads kind of guy. Yeah, I figured he's not. He's like a good guy, so... I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I keep getting distracted. Don't have ADHD in stream, because like it just is not, it's never good. Okay, 7d6 plus, what was the total? 42 plus 42. Jeez, man, sorry about that. Medical bills are no joke. No, you're not distracting me. I'm distracting myself. Awkward time to send that. Nah, we love you, Sock. Your episode was one of my favorites. Yeah, I liked that episode too, because we had a really cool discussion on that one, I feel like. Okay, so plus 42 damage of the... So it does acid, cold, fire, force, lightning, radiant, or thunder. For the love of God. Damage. Hold on, we'll just say acid, cold, fire, force, lightning. I feel like this would be based off of the god that this Empyrean is the child of, but I guess we'll just stick to this. Force, lightning, radiant, or thunder. Empyre. How do you spell it? E-M-P-Y-R-E-N. Empyrean's choice. From what I understand, Empyreans are cosmic entities with mommy/daddy issues, kind of like Greek gods. Well, it just says they're the children of the gods of the upper planes. This is actually the creature that I have the idea for your video that you had suggested that we collab on. Okay, that's more like it. 74 damage on a hit. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I could already hear it now. The players getting angry because they take damage. Beautiful. The screams of agony. The, what do you mean I take that much damage at the table? It's all coming together. And it's got a 600-foot range, too. How beautiful. Question is, do we need to make this do anything else? I think this is just fine. It's like just a big slap. Like just hitting you in the face. It would be cool to see you design an Indominate threat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if I knew how to work with Indominate's system, I would definitely do that. Because then that feels less like me just kind of just plugging it and more like I'm showing people like how to make something. Because I could come up with some pretty cool bad guys, I feel like. Players hate taking damage, they can dish out. I could definitely show you. Yeah, and then I don't know if you have like some way that I could make it look legit, like with like Indominate's like stat block system in the book or whatever, but that would be cool too. Because then I could be one of the first Indominate homebrew guys making stat blocks. Oh, I need to take out range, because we know this is a range spell. So, 600 feet. Does this outclass 36 plus 37? That's 60... 70... What's 36 plus 37? And give you the assets for the stat blocks I created. Actually sick. That would be fun. That's my thing with like Shadow Dark, is I want to make Shadow Dark stuff, but 71, okay. So his maul does less damage than the Wrath of the Heavens. I don't know if I should change that or not. Maybe I should make his hammer do 60-10 damage. If I really wanted to be special here, I could not give him multi-attack and then just make his attacks like, because he's going to hit you. He's got like plus 15 to hit. I could just make his attacks do an absolute truckload of damage. So like every time he swings, are you gonna have enough space for everything on the stat block? What's up, Fred? Yeah, I should definitely, you know. We're just trying to see what we can do here. You're returning the favor. It's the first time I'm seeing you in my chat now. This is weird. Roles are reversed. But I think he is CR23. I almost feel like it would be kind of fun to limit myself and say like he doesn't have multi-attack because he's so big. So because he doesn't have multi-attack, that gives me more of a reason to make like his single hits need to have so much impact that like your players are actually trembling in their boots when they get hit with this stuff. Also, his legendary actions do give him extra attacks too, which is... We'll try it. Let me see. 60-10 bludgeoning damage. Why not? Why not? We're having fun here. LOL. How's it going in your neck of the woods? I see you working on a lot of Shadow Dark stuff. I need to start doing some Shadow Dark stuff too, because D&D is not... D&D is kind of dying. You could maybe do a cleave for his attacks. That's a good idea, actually. I need to copy what I did with the Tarrasque stat block. I think all things that are like classified as a Titan, honestly, all giants should hit in like an arc or something. I mean, that just makes sense to me. Unless like they're hitting another giant. If you're medium or large and like you're fighting a hill giant, like there's nothing stopping him from just swinging and hitting multiple things. I think D&D feels like it is dying, but that is not. But that it is not actually, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think. Well, with how the newest edition is being received, it feels like everybody's just kind of. They're all just gonna fragment off and then like go to their old edition and probably stay there and not leave. So like 5e specifically, like there's like a ceiling on how many people are playing 5e now, because 5.5 took a bunch of stuff. Do you want my D&D 5e or 2025 custom monster creation table? Sure. You know, your table for Shadow Dark monsters, that stream I did like, because I actually need to like get information on like how to do Shadow Dark monsters. I more so think the TTRPG landscape is changing because of all the new systems that are gaining popularity. Also, the disillusionment with current 5e. I'm hoping the slow period for 5e gets people into trying new systems. Oh, for sure. I think Shadow Dark came in like a superhero, slamming its fist on the ground and fractured the earth in the TTRPG community. I think the TTRPG landscape is heading in a great direction. Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity to just make your own system. It's kind of funny because it's kind of just like, it's the same concept with like video games. It's like a video game comes out and it's like, oh, people will go play the new video game. Why can't it be like that with the TTRPG space where it's like, oh, we can't, like, dude, we can only play 5e. We have to focus on 5e. It's not that that's a bad thing, but it's kind of cool to have a diverse thing. Like 5e is heavily modifiable, but Shadow Dark definitely made a huge splash, and then with all of the new big systems coming out like Daggerheart, Drawsteel DC-20, Tales of Valiant, etc. Yeah, I think that's like another reason why I kind of want to... I'm trying to actually distance myself from just being like DM Dungeon Mastery, and I want to rebrand myself. The Shadow Dark RPG custom monster creation table is on my Patreon under the free tier. I want everybody to be able to make their own stuff. Thank you, Fred. Everybody salute Fred for that. He's an actual OG, original gangster, or as August would say, he's an original genius for that. Sorry, my internet is being ridiculously flumpy tonight. I'm going to have to head out. Bedtime anyways. It's all good, man. There's always more streams. Salute Fred before you leave, though. That's your homework. That's super cool. How to RPG. Freddy. Sucks we never got to do an AJ podcast. It's not that we can't just start randomly doing our roll for banter stuff. There we go. I think it's just all creators in the chat right now. This is kind of funny. Just a bunch of other dudes. WotC has also been flipping off the hardcore fans now. That's another thing too. That's why I don't want to buy the new book. Like, I'm just like, come on, man. Except you, yep. Except you. You're gonna have to start I feel like you're gonna have to start a new YouTube. You're gonna have to start a YouTube channel or something. It feels like WotC might be making a new edition soon, like a legit new edition. Yeah, that's if they do, that's kind of... I don't think that's gonna go well for them if they do. I think like 5e should be like the precious egg that they need to protect. 5.5 is essentially just like Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, but the whole game edition, basically. From what I've seen, like the monster stat block layout, I really like how they did the monster stat block layouts. As a guy who's becoming really like deep into formatting, but I still think some of them fall flat a little bit, but that's just because I'm very picky and anal about the stuff that I make, I think. Honestly, I think a new edition would help them, actually. 5.5 seemed to only hurt things. Paizo did something similar, new... I thought Pathfinder 2e was, like, well received. I don't know. People that like Pathfinder, they like Pathfinder, and, like, they preach Pathfinder. That's all they talk about. I will put the D&D 5e creation table on the Patreon free tier again, but the monster math for D&D 2025 is hard to test. Will not be something you can trust, unfortunately. It's all good. I know there's a somebody else kickstarted a book that was like all how to what is it? Convert 5e monsters into Shadow Dark. That's another thing I wanted to try. I didn't get it yet, obviously, but Pathfinder 2e did a remaster recently because of the OGL stuff, so they relaunched their core rule books. Oh, okay. Rule books. I can't talk. And it didn't sell super well. I'll at least give WotC credit because the new monster manual is leagues better than the 2014 version. Hey man, don't talk shit on my 2014 monster manual. Yeah, I mean... I think the presentation is a lot better for sure. Like, I think the stat blocks look nicer visually. Because like if you look at one of these, I don't know why I'm doing that when there's one on the screen, but if you look at one of like the like a regular D&D stat block, like this one on stream, there's kind of a lot of wasted space. Like, I like how they took all of the saving throw proficiencies and the stat modifiers, and they put them all in like a little chunk. Deleted over 300 hours of work on my TTRPG. I started working on. You're talking to Zarek. I don't need to read that. By recently, I mean within the last 2 years. I am having a fucking gnarly cramp in my foot right now. I need to eat a banana or something. Could have just started fresh without deleting it. Well, that's good to look on the bright side. Deleted meaning moved to a folder and started over. Yeah, I need to, Forge of Foes book is not something that you can trust either with 5e monsters. Mike Shea tried. Oh. Is that what that book's called? Forge of Foes. Let me look it up. Not this one. This isn't the one that I'm talking about. There is a... Somebody posted it in my Discord. There's like a book that is specifically made for Shadowdark that is designed to like give you like the statistics on how to convert like a D&D monster into a Shadowdark one. That was what I was talking about. I want to try to use that book. Shadowdark is a little weird for me because I want to make custom monsters. Oh, I did, because Fred, I think the last time we talked, I didn't have my Shadowdark book, but now I have my Shadowdark book, so I was pretty excited to get this. I like a lot of like the mutation tables and stuff, but she doesn't really go in depth enough to say like. I want to see like a whole thing that tells you the math behind everything. That's like what I need for Shadowdark. I don't know if she's doing that with the new Kickstarter or not. I'm trying to figure out how to send it to you, but they actually made monsters a lot deadlier in the newest monster manual. A lot of attacks just inflict conditions and effects automatically. I do like that too, because that's kind of what I do with a lot of my stuff. I can feel where you were coming from. We started the game down to a very 5e path with general rules, and wanted to keep pushing it away from that. Man, I need to get back on the I need to start chasing the dragon again with ravens and start working on it and get it play tested. Start running the game for people. I really want to learn monster creation for Shadowdark. Definitely gonna run a campaign with that system. Yeah, man, give me more ravens. That was epic. I did do something on stream before. I'm gonna have to get it. I'm like super, like, it's so close to being play testable. It'll be like probably like real shitty, easily broken playtest, but I just need to make like an item that heals stress. That's the only thing I need to make. I don't even have like an economy for the game set up yet. That's the only other thing that kind of worries me. Maybe I'll just have like pre-generated characters or something for the playtest. I think that's what you did, right? You just don't put character creation rules out yet. Dude, make it some sort of drug that wears off. I know what you're talking about. Kelsey unfortunately uses a mix of AD&D and 5e monsters. She doesn't have an exact science to it. Yeah. And like, I'm so used to 5e balance. Like, because I'm just like comfortable and I know like how strong player characters get, but with Shadowdark I'm scared to give monsters like too many things because I'm afraid like it's just gonna one-shot the player character, and then I sometimes end up making stuff way too weak because I'm like too timid about it, or too strong with like, because the players don't have multi-attack, but a lot of the monsters have extra attacks, so that's like another thing for the stress healing. Yeah, I don't know. For a drug that wears off, I think of what I'm picturing just like a like a pill or something that you take, and it's like it lowers your stress, but like you can OD on it, just like the morphine that you can OD on. Trigger warning, by the way. Okay, let me continue to add a couple more things to this stat block here while we're can choose. We're just gonna do can choose to succeed a failed saving throw. Just say that. Says the same thing with less characters. Chef's kiss. Now I need to start coming up with like custom spells, I think. Yo, Anthony, you should do a TTRPG workshop stream one of these days. There are no instant death rules in Shadow Dark. It would have to be a specific monster ability. Yeah, I use a homebrew rule where if you go negative your con score, then you die instantly. Because I feel like there should be like times where you should like die instantly. Maybe that upsets the balance of the game a little bit. But I just feel like if you take like 40 damage and you have 1 hit point, you should probably be like obliterated. It's a little more lenient than 5e. I get. Well, no, it's a little more hardcore. It gets worse the higher the level you get. What do you mean by a TTRPG workshop? The August Caesar. You talk about me working on my game? Snap, it's working again. I thought you were going to bed, brother. What'd I miss? We solved world hunger and we cured cancer, but now that you're back, unfortunately, we're gonna have to scrap the whole thing. What'd I miss? Can't sleep. Can't sleep. You didn't even try. You gave the college try. Went for like 5 minutes. This has become a content creator only stream, apparently. College try, yeah. That's what I... Did I say that? Did I not say that? I don't know what I said. I forget. Okay. Let me... His hammer already does like some crazy... That was not a long attempt. Going to sleep. Haha. I make content. He's trying to plug his OnlyFans. Just not on YouTube yet. Just don't do what the hell's that guy's name? Super Geek Mike. Just don't do what he did. Go from D&D YouTuber to OnlyFans creator out of nowhere. Aeromancer counts. Work on your game on stream and then market it to other game creators for giving and receiving advice. What do you mean by market it to other game creators? I'm getting a post set up for our backer kit right now, revealing a new stretch goal since we unlocked one on Friday. That's sick. Really excited to hopefully unlock it. Just make sure you send your book to Fred. He likes when you send him books. I think it'd be interesting if the Empyrean could create a cosmic halo that causes debuffs on those underneath of it. Okay, that's cool. That's definitely a cool custom spell idea. I was thinking, I don't know if LOL. Lol. I don't know if for his hammer, if I should make his hammer like create like a crevasse in the earth, or I mean, like, it already does a lot. I think it'll be fine like this. I think we should just start doing What's the Elden Ring boss that calls down a rain of golden radiant swords? I think that's Morgott that does that, if I'm not mistaken. Does Morgott do that? It's either Radagon or Morgott that does that. Morgott. Yeah, Morgott. I played the shit out of Elden Ring when that came out. I wish I could wipe my memory and play through the whole game again. I love, like, when you first get an open world game. I used to, like, replay games, like, 100 times when I was younger. Like, I think I played through Resident Evil 4, like, 40 times throughout my childhood. But, like, now that I'm older, I don't know if I just, like, don't have the patience to replay a game twice. Unless it has, like, actual replayability. But I do like to play games really slow now. Like, I don't sprint. Like, I rarely sprint through areas. I know it because he was doing it to me earlier. I was just imagining a giant 20-foot halo made of starlight that can fire beams and debuff nearby enemies. Sorry, on mobile, it's 2 hours past my bedtime and I'm on hour 14 of my shift. Brain no working. I mean, oh, you're at work. More like send it to all our TTRPG creator friends, inviting them to chat and to give help. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, like, they're helping me while I'm making it. It would be cool to have this catastrophic area of effect on an attack from this monster. Yeah. I think I need to give him a stomp attack. Let me think here. I need to get the stomp enjoyers rallied. Okay, I need to go to sleep now, folks. Have a good night. Alright, Zarek, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. Matthias said it. Oh, I already read that. You can count me in. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do like a Ravens stream one day and I'll make stuff. I'm helping you, but also for those of us in the early stages could be a good sounding board for audience members to receive advice. Yeah, I don't know anybody who's ever done that before. I mean, I'm sure people have, but what, he wears sandals. Titanic sandals. Sandals. That's how you spell sandals, I think. Natural weapon. The reach is going to be 10 feet. I'm going to actually make his maul a further reach. I also need to remember that he needs to attack in cones. Boom, boom, boom. Stomp. We should probably make this do like 4d6 bludgeoning damage. I can't remember the last time I put Stomp on a creature stat block. It's actually been a while. The problem with 5e monsters is that CR 20 plus is a relic of D&D 4e and mostly pointless. It's definitely harder to balance, I will say. For me, like, I think anything past CR 20, like, you just have to go balls to the walls with, like, damage. I am testing out something because remember whenever this was a while ago that we had the stream, or not the stream, the podcast with you on it, but You made the comment about like things doing too many die worth of damage at high levels. I'm actually testing out like so how Finger of Death has just like a flat plus 30 to its damage. It just does 78 plus 30. I had the idea of like just giving some higher level monsters stuff like that. So for this spell as example, I just have it dealing an extra flat plus 42 damage on top of the 7d6 roll. I think rolling more than probably like 10 die is a bit much, and it is a little ridiculous because then you have to like, all right, get 27 d6s, get ready to roll them. That's one way to kind of help alleviate some of that too. I had 3 level 20 characters fight a Tarrasque that I made that was dealing d20s worth of damage with its bite attack, and they still beat it. In a 3v1, they still beat it. So like, if player characters have strong items, they are just so strong, it's ridiculous. That's kind of why like Shadow Dark is like, no matter how strong they get, like dragons and stuff don't have cooldowns on their breath attacks. I think just 5e just goes way too overboard with how strong characters get, and it just it becomes like mentally draining to try to challenge them at a certain point. And I think I understand why people don't want to go up to level 20 anymore, because it is really hard to balance the game. There is a point to that idea. Add 1 dice to a static number. That would be the smart future. Thanks, buddy. See, I have good ideas sometimes. Legendary artifact slash artifact tier magic items adds at least 1 level to the player for calculating. Yeah. Yep. I think my fighter in that fight against the Tarrasque, I told them to only use magic items from like the 2014 DMs book, but he ended up finding a potion that I didn't realize wasn't from that. He found it's like a giant potion from Storm King's Thunder, and it causes your weapons to deal like an extra, like 2 extra die worth of damage because you go up to huge or something. And then he had some axe or something. Like he was doing so much. He was doing over 100 damage almost every 2 swings, and he was like level 20, so he had like 4 attacks per turn. Alright, I gotta go finish working on a stat block for a YouTube video. Peace out, homies. Alright, Sock. Peace out. We'll see if I finish this one on stream. It's not looking so good. My momentum is not really there. I'm just chilling. This is an impromptu stream, so I like just chilling and talking. Bye, Sock, man. TC, Sock. Holy crap, look at these 2 guys still in the stream. I didn't know you guys were still in here. Okay, so he suggested a halo. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to add a spell casting thing real quick. So that's what we'll just do. Do an invisible character here, and then we'll put like we'll do a Kelsey Dion and put a Phil there. I lurk, writing the climax of my current dungeon arc. I'll pop up periodically. Were you here earlier when I was talking about the idea of doing videos where I come up with like a monthly campaign that people can steal? It's not like a full-blown like module, unless August were to help me make it into a module, but I wouldn't dare delve into the realm of just writing it out on a Google Doc or something. I mean, I could just do that, but I want it to look pretty. I'm obsessed with things looking pretty. Wasn't it based on a creature? Well, what it was based on was I'd have... So, like, people vote on, like, my creature reworks and stuff, but I want to have people... Sock kind of had this idea, but, like, I'm kind of stealing it from him, but he's not here, so I'll just say I came up with the idea. Kelsey equals overrated. I'm going to kill every character that you run in Shadow Dark for saying that from now on. I'm going to make sure that every trap that you trigger does like 3d10 damage and kills your character. What the concept for the video was going to be was players vote on a creature type, and then maybe within the creature type, I don't know how I would do this. I think maybe it would just be a creature type, and then I select a creature from that creature type, and I try to make a campaign out of it. Like, I just try to make like a story that people can just steal. Like, if they're like, oh, I don't have I want to like run a new game, but I can't think of any campaign ideas. And it'll just be like separated into 4 arcs. So like Act 1, 2, 3, and 4, you know, levels 1, and they follow the 4 tiers of play. And then maybe there's like some major plot points, but it's not just like a full-on like, oh, here's a whole module that you run. It's more like these are like loose things that you can follow, and then I'll probably make like a final boss stat block for that, and then you'll have a final boss stat block for the campaign end, and maybe a couple other stat blocks. But I think that would be pretty fun, and that would give me a way to not only do videos on stat blocks. I could like actually do some other stuff, because I need to try to branch out a little bit, as much as people like. She's got some good tisms here and there, but like the spells are lacking originality. I think you're just cringe. I think that's the problem. How's that for a hot take? I don't know if I have it in me to come up with a whole thing of spells for this guy right now. I don't think my brain is functioning properly. I donated plasma today and it sucked all the brain cells out also. Fill. Fill. And as a spellcaster main, it was a disappointment to come to another system and see the same spells as 5e. I think Kelsey's thing was she's trying to make a game because she was a D&D 5e person before. Like, she's always been like a D&D person, so she was writing a love letter to like the older style of games. I mean, like, there are other spellcasters that have completely different spells, like the Seer, the Witch. Those all have completely different spells. Like, none of them are like wizard spells. Did you check out Hunger yet? I did not. Is it a game? Shadow Dark RPG is just Dungeons and Dragons. It's not a completely new game. Yeah, I mean, it is just like old D&D pretty much. I think that's like what Kelsey, like, she's used to like the old school style D&D stuff. I don't know if I DM'd it to you, Hunt Showdown. Oh, yeah. I did see the picture of it. Remind me about the campaign creation stream. I didn't click on it because I decided to do an impromptu stream out of nowhere with very little brain power. I'm in just like a chatting mood, so I don't know if I'll intend on finishing this stat block on the stream, but at least so I'm doing something in the background so people can watch me do something. Haha, all good. Let's keep distracting him, guys. Oh, you guys have already done that. I've been derailed so hard. Well, I had a lot of momentum going, and then my stream crashed, and that kind of like... Well, not my stream, my whole computer crashed, and then that was like... That was like partially the nail in the coffin. Making a high CR monster is like something that takes me a lot of time too, because I like to really hammer in like certain things, and I have to like focus really hard, and it's hard to focus when you're streaming. Trying to think of more things to roast on old Anthony. What are your thoughts on the geopolitics of Uganda? I don't know anything about Uganda other than it's funny to say Uganda. And what's that old video meme? It was like a movie that they made in Uganda, but it was just like a YouTube level like long form movie. And they're like getting it. What is that? It's like Saving Commander something. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a big meme in like the 2010s. Oh, Ugandan memes are funny too, when it's like, we'd like to give a promotion to our best Pizza Hut worker. And it's like, it shows some dude in Uganda with an AK-47. It's like he's been fighting off the Somali pirates for the past 4 months. We're giving him a raise. Those things fucking kill me. They're so funny. Oh, I know why this doesn't look like one of my stat blocks, because it doesn't have the lines on it. What am I thinking? I can't make a stat block without the lines on it. Baba Booey. Here we go. Put that in there. We'll throw one of these in here. I was originally gonna stream, and I was gonna rant about how like becoming a Dungeons and Dragons YouTuber is like a really bad idea. It was made up for the MCU. The Marvel Comic Universe? Is that what that stands for? I have the D&D 5e and the 2025 custom monster table ready to download if you want. Yeah. Can you send the link to me on Discord? If you didn't block me and delete me on Discord. I think I'm still in your... Yeah, I am still in your Discord. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do my end of day stuff so I can go home in 4 minutes. Damn, August, really? Damn, dog, you're just gonna leave like that? Cinematic. Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ah, okay. See ya, Caesar. Ave, true to Caesar. I'm tired. 14.5 hour pickup shift. Hey, thanks, Fred. Dungeons and Dragons 5e creation table. Did you make this yourself? Whoa, look at this guy. He's got a whole table going on here. Wow. Save DC 27. Look at this guy. 12 years of blood, sweat, and tears. Wow. Hey, you actually got the hit points, like, higher than WotC has them. See, what's really funny about WotC is like, if you look at the Tarrasque as a CR30, I think it only has like 400 hit points or something like that, and it should have near, like, way closer to like 1,000. Elves are the best. Okay, there's at least one knife-air simp in here. That sounds like dwarf propaganda. Sounds like something a dwarf would say. You know what I need to play on stream? I need to play like Warhammer Total War on stream one of these days. That would be like a game that's like fantasy enough that I could play that on stream. I do want to start playing video games on stream because that would be fun. You're just jealous that your favorite race can't cut things with their ears. I actually like Shatter Kai myself, so I might actually be an elf simp too. The problem with the table is that it goes to CR30. I would prefer to just have it 1 to 20. Yeah, I see what you're saying. You could just be like me and just say, you know what, screw it. We're gonna make this thing. We're just gonna make every attack by the CR30 monster cause you to make a save or you die. I was actually comparing the Solar to the base game Empyrean earlier, and like the Solar is a CR21, but it has a bow that can instantly kill you, and this guy's CR23 and he does less damage than the Solar and doesn't have any way to instant kill you. So WotC doesn't even know what they're doing, making stuff past CR20. It's kind of funny to me. Bearded ladies don't do it for me. I don't make dwarven women have beards. I think that's just a funny meme. I think dwarven women can be stout and sexy, you know what I'm saying? Any dwarf enjoyers in the chat? The reason to use multiple attacks is so that a single attack can instantly kill the wizard or D6 classes. If they get close enough to get hit, that's their fault. No, it is a good idea. I'm very like, I think I have a very OSR coded way of balancing stuff at really high level. I start throwing crazy shit. Like, I gave one of my bosses a Vorpal sword, and I think I killed, like, not a Vorpal sword, a 9 live stealer, and I killed my player characters like 6 times during the boss fight. Wizard's a mile away and still gets hit. I play frontline wizards. You're not going to want to do that in my game, I'll tell you that much. You can have 27 AC, and then the second I make you make a strength save or your head gets ripped off, you're not going to be having very much fun. You're going to go, what do you mean my wizard's dead in 1 hit? Not only does he tear your head off, he climbs into your body and he starts controlling it with a worm or something. I really want to do something with this Maul, but also not my wizard. He's untouchable. I sent you the link to the Shadow Dark custom monster creation table. Oh yeah, this is the one that you did on stream the one day, right? Fred the ever vigilant, always making good shit for the community. Yeah, this is what I was watching you make. Abjuration wizards are very tanky. I think I had played an Abjuration wizard before. An Abjuration wizard. As I've gotten older, I do start to gravitate towards spellcasters. But I think I like clerics, because I like being able to... Well, in D&D 5e, it's pretty useless to even have a melee weapon as a cleric, because your cantrips are going to hit more than your melee weapon ever will. It's my favorite wizard subclass. Well, you know the saying, if you make your character too OP, the rest of the party suffers for it, because I'm going to have to make stuff that can actually challenge you. So if your wizard has like 27 AC at level 3, I guess you're going to be fighting stuff that has plus 17 to hit at level 3 too. I wouldn't do all that, but I'd probably find creative ways to still damage you somehow. It's got to be like Skyrim, where, like, you know, you're fighting regular weak bandits in the beginning, but then as you get up in higher levels, you start fighting brigands and stuff. Nah, just a 17 AC. I gotta go and clean up, then figure out some Shadowdark monster levels. All the best. Thank you, Fred, and thank you for these PDFs, my friend. I will definitely the Shadowdark one, for sure. We'll probably use that. I'll definitely reference your 5e one too. It's nice hearing from you again. Good luck. It's probably early in the morning for you. It's like 12 at night over here. Well, midnight. Make the wizard do a bonking stick only run. He got brain damage from an arrow and forgot magic. Trust. It's a wizard who is part of his backstory. He had feeble mind cast on him, and he's been feeble-minded. "4 p.m. and I am semi-retired from everything, including YouTube." I don't blame you. D&D YouTube's not doing so hot, so it's an uphill battle just to get views. Just enjoy life, that's what I say. 4 p.m. must be nice. Good, you can keep the sun. I'm tired of the sun being in my eyes. But good luck, Fred. Have a good day. Enjoy the... I don't know, it's probably very hot down there in Kiwi land. Ah, so make the wizard not a wizard. We need a new system to replace 5e. 5.6e. I mean, you could just go to Pathfinder like everybody else. Pathfinder's close to D&D, but it's different enough that everybody... My problem with Pathfinder, though, is it's way too crunchy. Like, it's way too crunchy. I don't even want to try to learn Pathfinder. Something that feels more mechanically rich and customizable system. I couldn't get into it. Pathfinder has so many spells, though. I feel like as a spellcaster player, you would like it. Maybe we should just play D&D 4e instead. I think that's the route we should take. I've never played 4e. I don't even know how to... I have so much knowledge with 5e that it's so hard to, like, unlearn a system that you're used to. That's like, I used to play Magic the Gathering, and I can't grasp Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Does not have a mana system. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that you could just play a card and you don't have to spend mana to play a card in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm a Magic the Gathering guy. I used to be anyways. They turned Magic the Gathering into Fortnite too, because Wizards of the Coast is a terrible company and I hate them. That's another reason why I don't like Wizards of the Coast too much. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Makes no sense to me. I think that's why I picked up D&D 5e so easily too, is Magic the Gathering. It's somewhat similar in that, like, the rule text down to the comma actually matters, so Magic is Fortnite now. I freaking hate it. Yeah, like, if I go back and play, I would probably only let... and, like, you can't really... It's not like you're a dungeon master when you're playing Magic the Gathering, but I would, like Innistrad and all those sets, like Theros and back. When I first started playing Magic, Khans of Tarkir just came out. That was the set that was new at the time, so that was like 2017, something like that, 2015. before that, actually, I think. I was playing in high school, so 14 or 15. They're making 50% of their sets the Universes Beyond. I just don't like how they have, like, SpongeBob, that stupid cactus card. Like, the cactus card it's stupid. That's not Magic the Gathering to me. There was a dude who made a post on Reddit, and it was like, he was like, all the retards that are saying, like, this is not watering the game down, I hope to God that you fall in love with a what did he say? He's like I hope to God that you fall in love with a oh my God, what did he say? A sci-fi game. He's like, I hope you fall in love with a sci-fi game and there's no space in it. I was like, that's perfect analogy for how I feel for, like, what they did to Magic the Gathering. Oh my God, dude. Like, this... Yeah, hold on, wait, I'll put it on stream. This is going to be another ranting stream. This is so stupid. This is absolutely dumb. Like, why would they... Look how cartoony and dumb this looks. And as the professor from Tolarian put it, the rest of the sets are planeswalkers and costumes. Yeah, it's like League of Legends, like Star Guardian skins. This ain't my Magic the Gathering. And, like, the thing is, like, I would love to get back into the game, but I don't want to at the same time because I don't want to play against something that's 7 mana and has 9999 attack. Because that's like the unglued set level of funny. Planeswalkers in the Old West, Planeswalkers on motorcycles. Yeah, I probably will never play Magic the Gathering again. Unfortunately. It sucks because, like, I have a lot of good memories with Magic the Gathering. A lot of the artwork, like, in a lot of my videos comes from, like, the Magic sets that, like, I grew up... Well, not grow up because I was a teenager when I was playing Magic the Gathering. Do it. Like, all these cards, they're all Grimdark. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look how Grimdark and, like, stylized all the cards are. I don't want to play at the same table. Yeah, the art got me into it too. I don't want to play at the same table where, like, I'm playing cards that look like this and then somebody plays SpongeBob on the other side of the table. People try to make the argument where it's like, just because it's in the game doesn't mean, like, it's making the game worse. And it's like, yeah, it does. It does mean it's making the game worse. It's watering the game down. It's like when you took Call of Duty and you compare it to, like, World at War and Black Ops versus now where you can play as, like, Nicki Minaj and shit. Like, you have completely took all of the weight and the grit out of the game. It is no longer the same game. It's, like, childish and, like, it's just... It's cringe. It's cringe now. If people on Reddit heard me say this, they would castrate me. I designed my decks after the classes of D&D. I had a vampire deck that had only cards that were vampire themed. So, like, Searing Blood, Victim of Night, only vampire cards, like, no card, like, all the artwork on every card had to have something to do with vampires. People don't build decks like that, though. They'll just net deck a Tron deck or something, and then, you know... Look how cool some of these cards are, man. It's so sad what has happened to the game. See, this is fun, like, if you need inspiration for, like, D&D monsters, look at, like, old Magic the Gathering artwork. Because it's made by the same company, so the same people that make the art on here probably made art in a lot of the books, like, especially in 2014. I miss this era of Magic, dude. That's crazy. It's so crazy. I cannot believe what they have done to the game. It's crazy to me. That's what happens when you John Howe even made art for MTG. I don't know who John Howe is, but he sounds cool. He was the lead art designer for the Lord of the Rings films. Wow. Yeah, no wonder why the art was so good. Yep, this is one card that I had. I had Vampire Interloper. I sold all my cards though, because it's a little sad for the reason why I stopped playing Magic, but my best friend that got me into it, he died, he passed away, he had leukemia, and like I just stopped playing the games because it just didn't feel the same, because I would always go to his house and play with him, and then dude had like the hardest life ever. Like his mom died shortly after he was born, then his dad died when he was like maybe like 7 or 8. Like he died of a heart attack, and then he had to like take care of his grandma for like most of his life, and then his grandma died, and then he got cancer, and he had to drop out of high school because he had cancer. And like he got me into Magic the Gathering, so like Magic the Gathering meant so much to me, and I thought the game was so cool, and like it was like this era of Magic the Gathering. And now when I see it now, like same with like Rainbow Six Siege, like they changed Rainbow Six Siege and completely butchered the fucking game. But I think it hurts the most with Magic because like I had such a fond memory of Magic the Gathering. Tyler's not in here, but if he was in here, he would back me up. Our friend Cameron, he passed away. Yeah, but like this card art's like, dude, it's so sick, bro. And this is actually a pretty good card too. For 2 mana, destroy anything that's not a vampire, a werewolf, or a zombie. It's pretty good. And could I have probably gotten like a better card for 1 mana? Sure, but this was like a vampire themed card. Also, like Innistrad, the set, the lore of the world, I take a lot of inspiration from that, because you can't get any cooler than vampires, werewolves, zombies, devils, demons, angels. Like, it's so cool. Ghosts. It's pretty sick, man. Pretty sick indeed. I don't think my brain power is functioning for me to add more stuff to the stat block, because I need to add more traits. And like my brain is just not working. I'm just gonna count this as a just chilling stream for this. Let's see here. That's not what I meant to do. Fuck. I closed out my stream info. Scheisse. Nope, that's not what I want. Could always do something simpler and goofier than this big fella. I have to finish this thing eventually, because I need it for something that I'm working on. Simpler and goofier. What's your idea of simpler and goofier? You just sent it to me. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Is that a magic card? Eventually today. No, there's no way I can. Cause like when I make a stat block like this, I have to just sit here and think about stuff for like hours. Cause I like my stat. I put a lot of work into stat blocks. Like people don't actually. I don't think people realize how much time goes into like making stat blocks and stuff. Oh, I gave them whoopsies. Whoopsies. Open this back up. There we go. It's a painting of a story from the Silmarillion. Oh, yeah, I like art like this. this actually looks like a lot like Warhammer Fantasy art too, or Warhammer Fantasy art looks like this. It's probably like Morgoth fighting somebody if I had to take a wild guess. What is it? It's classified information that you're not allowed to see. You're too young. Sauron's master, Morgoth, and sacrifices himself to let his army escape. I need to do... You know what I need to do? I need to watch Lord of the Rings on stream one day. That would be fun. I can't monetize the stream, but that would be pretty fun. King Fingolfin. Do you know what, never mind, I lost the plot. My brain stopped. Even manages to leave an eternal wound on him. That's pretty sick. I love old fantasy. How do I open up my stream data? Because I accidentally just closed that out. Not that I technically need to have it up currently, but I'd like to have it up at least. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got it. I fixed it, don't worry. You have to click the right button. Thank you. Thanks for your cool math tips. I actually figured it out. Oh boy. Can I change the name of my stream mid-stream? I can. We're gonna change this to Just Chillin'. Just Chillin' Live. What the hell do I want to call this stream? Working on random D&D stuff live. There we go. That's less clickbait. There's 6 of you in here. Who else is in here? How do you check how do you check who's watching the stream? Oh, participants. Oh no, there's not. There's only 3 of us in here. What? It says there's 6 concurrent viewers. Oi. Oh, look at that. I lifted up a rock and he came crawling out. Let me open up something here. This might actually be more fun to work on. Documents. Alright, speaking of chilling, I need to chill my consciousness. Guten Nacht, you massives. Alright. As soon as I start trying to do something, then he leaves. Now who am I going to talk to? Nobody else is talking. We'll go until 1 a.m. and I'll probably stop the stream then. See you around, kiddo. He says to me, he says. Where is it? Video scripts. Here we go. Oh no, it didn't save? Oh yeah, it did. How do I put this on stream? Hold on, I gotta screw around with OBS here for a second. Window capture. Notepad. Can I do Notepad? Whoa, it works. How's it going, buddy? It's Ronald here. What I was doing was I was working on this. The Empyrean stat block was for this because I'm writing out a campaign arc involving. So I got on Sock's YouTube channel. He came up with an idea where we pick a creature type and you make a campaign out of it. Like it's a creature type and you have to try to come up with a campaign just based off that creature type. And I got Celestials for one and Fiends for the other one. So right now I'm making a Celestial campaign. And what I wanted to do was do this stuff on stream because I thought it would be pretty fun for the chat to come up with like plot points, but you know, this isn't as pretty to look at as the website, and it is just Notepad. Get the hell out of here. Archivist, you're a player, so you don't know nothing about making no campaigns, son. You know what I also was gonna do? I was going to run a D&D campaign, like a solo D&D thing, where like chat controls the character and I am like DMing for you guys. But I don't know how I would do that, because I'd have to have like a voting system. It'd have to be like a video game where you vote on the options that your character does. But I thought that would be pretty funny to do something like that. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. Everybody that's watching the stream right now, comment something. Just so I know who's in here. Something, he says. See, this would be the perfect stream where if I was playing video games, it would be like really chill. I could even play like I'm yawning because it's so late. I could even play like Manor Lords, some chill game, you know what I mean? Then that would give me something other to do than only D&D, and then people could still chill and talk about D&D stuff the whole time. Has called the gods to a meeting that will last thousands of years. During this time, many gods left their proxies in their place to maintain order. Sad, do you still play League of Legends? I'll just become a League of Legends streamer. How's that? Hell no. I don't think I'd rather eat a cyanide tablet than play League of Legends. Nah. What's the matter? You don't like League of Legends? Do not. Well, it's a good idea that you don't, because League of Legends is a cesspool, an absolute cesspool. It's terrible. I don't recommend it for anyone. I don't. I really don't. It's quite sad, isn't it? Alright, Archivist. Anyways, what I was saying was, this is a campaign that I'm working on. It's pretty sick. It's just this is a one-on-one stream between you and me, since everybody else is gone now. So, essentially, I got Celestials. That was my creature type. And I have to make a campaign out of it. I chose to separate the campaign into 4 different acts, each one covering certain levels of player characters. So that Empyrean that I'm working on, this guy right here, he is going to be the final boss of this campaign. Now what I have to do is make plot points for each of these campaign arcs, and then the final arc ends with the boss fight of the Empyrean. But I have to make him powerful enough to fight 20th level characters. You feel me? That's how it goes, you know? I'm just so tired, man. I'm so tired. I might end up ending the stream here. Yeah, it is midnight. It's 12:30. I streamed for like, you know, it was like 3 hours. Hi, so tired. You're supposed to say, I'm dad. That's how you finish that. I am so tired. Hi, Dad. I'm sad, actually. JK. Understandable. I'm sad too all the time. I just mask it. They say the happiest, loudest guy in the room is actually the most depressed, actually. Can't stop fidgeting with this D20. So true. The world is a tough place nowadays. It's not like medieval times tough where you stub your toe and it gets infected and you die, but it's an uphill grind to try and be successful, and it is very hard to be successful. Barrel, 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 barrel. It's tough in the sense complicated systems will squeeze you for money. Yeah. Do you live in America? Or are you also Brazilian for some reason? I have a lot of people from Brazil that like me. Must be Mordekaiser players. We must revolute. Archivist Varakith. What is your profile picture? Is that a Dark Wraith? Daryl, 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 Daryl. Perhaps it's a Necron from Warhammer. That's Warhammer 40k lore, though. That's actually blasphemous. I don't really know anything about 40k. I'm a Warhammer fantasy guy. What are Necrons? Humans are the good guys. Well, from what I know about 40k, they're not actually good guys. And if I know anything about Warhammer, nobody's the good guy. Orcs are the best. Warhammer fantasy orcs are cool. Warhammer 40k, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. Are orcs still, do they still come from mushrooms in 40k? That would be pretty based if they actually did. Imagination is real power for 40k orcs. That's funny. Wog! Yeah, they still do. I don't know why everybody likes 40k over fantasy. Like, I think fantasy is so cool, but like it's not as popular as 40k for some reason. That's probably because Games Workshop killed Warhammer Fantasy. They revived it with Total War, though, I would say, because Total War really, that's what got me into Warhammer Fantasy. So much so that I got a tattoo of Slaanesh's symbol on my arm, so I don't know if you guys ever noticed that or not. That's also a Slaaneshi banner right there in the background. I'm obsessed with Slaanesh, his lore. What's the one that's like in the middle? It's like Age of Sigmar, right? It's like kind of 40k, but also kind of fantasy. I don't know much about Age of Sigmar. Yo, what's good? What's up, big dog? Team Rocket, Grunts. How's it going? We're just hanging out. I was working on the stat block earlier, but I got you're a chaos cultists of he who thirsts, huh? I would say so, yeah. I think I like Slaanesh the most out of all 4 chaos gods because I think Slaanesh is the one chaos god whose corruption I would fall to out of any of the other chaos gods. I'm more of a blood for the blood god guy. Yeah, Khorne is pretty badass. Like all of Khorne's demons and stuff, they're all fucking awesome. I'm just chilling. What's good with you, big man? I'm just chilling too. I was working on this thing right here earlier, but I'm tired. My brain power is not working. Tzeentch is literally me if I was a demon. Tzeentch? I think Tzeentch is the scariest of all the chaos gods. Just because he technically knows everything at all times in 100 different realities. He's just he's scary to me. All of the chaos gods have scary shit about them, but like Nurgle's probably, I would never want to be near a Nurgle demon. I just love when you read the descriptions of them in fantasy, like when you're fighting an army of Nurgle, the first thing that hits you is the incessant swarm of insects that follow them around, and then the stench. How they build up stuff in the lore is such a cool thing to take inspiration from for monsters. I actually wanted to try to make Warhammer Fantasy stat blocks for creatures. I thought that would be pretty fun to do. Grandpa Nurgle did nothing wrong. Nurgle is he's one of the chaos gods who's he's evil, but he's not evil necessarily. He's got good intentions, but because of what he does, he's evil. He's pretty fun to you could play as the Nurgle faction on Warhammer Total War, and it's essentially Plague Inc. So it's pretty fun. You craft different plagues. I find it quite enjoyable, in fact. Quite enjoyable indeed. Have you ever looked at Warhammer Fantasy RPG before? I have heard of it. I've heard of it through Professor Dungeon Master. Dungeon Craft. I've heard of it through Dungeon Craft, but I've never played it. It would probably be something that I would love to play because I love Warhammer Fantasy so fucking. I am a giga Warhammer Fantasy fanboy. I think it's probably one of, if not the coolest fantasy universe that I've ever like had the pleasure of finding in my adult life. I just love how it has like everything. Like there's wood elves, high elves, dark elves, dwarves, vampires, werewolves, zombies. Like everything is in Warhammer Fantasy. For like anything that is fantasy, it is in Warhammer Fantasy. Demons, sea monsters, samurai, like everything speaks to me on a deep level. Is because most days I feel like a soulless toaster. Oh, they're the robot guys. Okay. I see like 40k miniatures, like Space Marines. I think they say like if you ever get into miniature painting, you should always want to like try painting a Space Marine as like your first thing. I've never painted a Space Marine personally, but I have a lot of miniatures. Do you play the tabletop? Warhammer tabletop? There's a dude that you guys should watch if you like Warhammer 40k. He's called Wiz in a T, I think. He's pretty funny. I tried to get him on our podcast before, but he just never responded to me on Discord. But he might think I'm spam or something. He probably thought I was a bot. Copium. Who the fuck is that? I always have random DMs from people. People trying to sell me their artwork. Their artwork. Definitely not a scam, by the way. Do they have like Warhammer 40k video games that are popular? The only one I know of is the one that came out recently that's like Vermintide, but it's not Vermintide. What the hell is it called? Should hire some of the dudes in the server to make you art. Yeah, my guy, Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2. I've never heard of that game. Is that the over-the-shoulder third-person one where you are a Space Marine? I think I've seen footage of it. It's like a horde shooter, right? Let me look it up on Steam, if it's on Steam. Oh, okay. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Huh. When did this come out? 2024. Okay, this is new. That's why I don't... It looks pretty cool. I know people love their 40k. You can keep your 40k. I'll stick with my fantasy. I did want to hire, I think I might get Nearly Righteous Lad to do me some artwork for Ravens, actually, because I kind of like his art style, just to see how it looks. Lordrani did some of my art for my Patreon. He did, like, the tier art, 2 of them at least, which is pretty cool. There's no Big E in fantasy. Who's Big E? Big E Smalls? Gork and Mork is in Warhammer Fantasy, though. That's like... That's all you need. Who's your favorite, Gork or Mork? That's the real question. Are you an average Gork enjoyer or an average Mork Chad? They don't have vampires in 40k, right? Brutal cunning or cunningly brutal? Dude, this die is actually rigged. I just rolled like 3 20s in a row on this die. Cunningly brutal do be funny. I think Mork in Fantasy on tabletop, I think he, or not tabletop, Warhammer Fantasy on Total War, he's got like more of the Emperor of Mankind is the big draw of 40k, the Horus Heresy stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's like super popular in the lore. I had a friend that was explaining the Warhammer 40k lore to me. I have not grasped 40k lore. I know the Emperor of Mankind, he's like a husk of a person who is alive based on the people's faith in him, or something like that. He's like actually alive, but he's dead at the same time, something like that. I don't know. It's fucking weird and complicated. See, for me, it's just Sigmar, like Karl Franz. Karl Franz, he's like Warhammer Fantasy's version of that. Because the Emperor of Mankind, that's not Sigmar, right? They feed him 100 psychers a day. 1,000 psychers a day. I do know what a psycher is just because of, what the fuck is the game called? I have it. I played it a little bit. I convinced my friend to get it, and then I stopped playing it. It was one of those things. Darktide. Darktide. That's where most of my 40k lore comes from. Faith and eating souls of psychic people. Yeah, but the Emperor of Mankind doesn't summon the Elector counts, so he's not as cool as Karl Franz. Although I'm not... See, like, when I play fantasy games, I don't like the humans. I usually, like, try to pick something that's not just the humans, because I'm a human in real life, so I don't want to play a human in a fantasy game. Usually. Sometimes I do, but I usually always pick something else first. Like, I like the vampire counts in Warhammer Fantasy. I think the vampire counts are one of my favorite. And then, of course... the Slaaneshi demons are like probably my favorite. Vampire counts are the second favorite. But the thing is, with Warhammer, all of the different factions are so lovable in their own way. Like you just like love them all. Like the Skaven, the Skaven aren't in 40k, are they? They're like iconic, which is kind of weird if they're not in 40k. I don't know much about 40k. We don't. No, we don't have rats. We have Tau instead. Damn. The whole meme in Warhammer Fantasy is the Empire, which is like the mankind. Well, there's two human factions. There's multiple human factions, but the Empire is like one of the biggest human factions. And they're like your whatever the faction that the Emperor is a part of in 40k. As far as I know, they have like witch hunters and stuff, and it's heresy to say that you believe in the Skaven. The Skaven aren't real according to the Empire, and if you talk about them, it's heresy. It's heresy, and thou must be put to the stake, as they would say. for Sigma. Do you guys play the tabletop? You have to be rich to play that shit, from what I know. It would be cool, but it's too expensive, I think. And I don't know if I want to play with a bunch of greasy, fat dudes in game shops, because there's always like a person that's like shitty from like the horror stories that I listen to. No, I just like the lore. Yeah, Warhammer lore is really good. They kind of got both things in the fantasy genre covered. They have sci-fi and fantasy, which is smart on their part. Alright, y'all. It's almost 1 a.m. I think DM Dungeon Master is going to end it for this stream here. It's an impromptu stream that I started out of nowhere. I gotta make my car payment and all this other shit. I'm just in it for the lore too, TBH. Understandable. The lore is pretty great. It's not grim dark anymore, too sanitized now. What? They sanitized Warhammer? I've heard some controversial stuff going on about like making like Space Marines women or something. I don't know about the lore of like Space Marines, but I've seen like discourse over that on Reddit. Okay, alright guys. DM Dungeon Master is going to end the stream here. I'm getting tired. I don't know how long I can keep talking to myself here. Yeah, you gotta look at the older art and compare it to the new stuff, dude. Oh shit. Maybe I'll have to. That, and I want to take a damn shower. Because I kind of just got home and then got on my computer. TC, dude. Alright, Dan. You know I'll be streaming again eventually. Maybe I might try to stream on Wednesday, because Wednesdays are nice for me, because I don't typically work on Wednesdays. I'm going to try to stream again on Wednesday. I might do a stat block audit stream, because I know you guys like those. Oh, I have to do yours, Archivist, because we didn't get to do yours last time. Your abominable, humongous stat block that's like 8 paragraphs long that I only glanced at. Alright. We can do a simple one actually. Alright, well save it and then I will go over that. And that be it for the tier of the Goofy Goobers. It's a little 3-hour stream here. Alright, Dan. You know me, I'm not saying goodnight, I'm just saying. I will catch you guys in the next one.